Yes, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this is the new setup. It's not crazy, you know, it's like an okay background. I got my little painting right there. Yeah, this is it for now. This is what we're gonna have to deal with, alright? It's hot in here, but you know what? We're doing this, okay? Would you rather? Best questions. Yes, let's do this. Now, I did one of these videos before, but it was a really fun video to do, so I'm like, you know what? I haven't done it in a minute, so let's do it again. Why not, right? It's my channel. I can do whatever the hell I want. So let's get into it. I found a pretty good list here. These are like some of the toughest ones. Should be interesting. All right. Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak? See, like, at first I was like, you know, you think like, oh, I just lose the ability to read, right? Because, like, you know, you want to be able to speak still, but also it's like, what is not reading like, you know? Like, that's terrible. Like, if you can't read, you can't really do much at all. You wouldn't even be able to text anyone, like, I mean, unless you had everything on voice, it's like, that would be really tough. I feel like I would rather not be able to read. I don't know. I don't know, because each of them seem pretty terrible, but I don't know, not being able to speak is just, ugh. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life? I probably rather lose a year off my life, because, I mean, that's the same thing, basically. Like, when you go to jail, like, you don't do anything. Like, you're basically losing a year off your life, so it's kind of the same thing, honestly, but I would rather literally lose a year off my life instead of go to jail, because no, like, that's just not going to go over well. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early? 20 minutes that's pretty early, and sometimes, like, being really early kind of sucks because, you know, say you're going to, like, an event, okay? And you're 20 minutes early, and it's like there's nothing going on, there's nobody there, like, that just sucks. And boy, you gotta sit there for 20 minutes? No way. I'd rather show up 10 minutes late when everything's already started, and I'm like, you know, just come bopping in like I own the place, you know what I mean? Would you rather know the history of every object you ever touched or be able to talk to animals? Probably know the history of every object ever, because I feel like that would be really cool, especially, like, if you were to, like, dig up some, like, ancient artifact or something, if you could find out the history of it, like, that would be cool. I think that would be awesome. Hang on, I feel like there's a... Hold up. I feel like there's too much of a glare there. Sorry, I don't want this shot to be, like, bad. Would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality or a 6 with an amazing personality? So this one's pretty easy. Like, I feel like, okay, if you're gonna pick looks over a personality, like, come on, like, that's shallow. You can't do that, alright? You go with someone with a bad personality, it's like, what are you going to talk about? Like, if you're going to be married to this person, you're going to want to have a good conversation with them. Like, what's the point? What, are you going to sit there all day and not be able to talk to this person? Like, no way. So yeah, 6 with an amazing personality. You can't do that. Being shallow? No way. Would you rather have all traffic lights you approach be green or never have to stand in a line again? Okay. Like, do you know how satisfying life would be if you never had to stop at a red light ever again? Like, your commute time anywhere would be cut in half all the time. Like, that would be fantastic. Red lights are literally horrible, okay? They ruin my life and they make everything difficult. Especially, like, if you lived in New York City, can you imagine that? Hitting every single green light in a row? That'd be fantastic. You'd be unstoppable. I mean, never having to stand in line again would be kind of cool, but also it's like the green light thing is just so much more practical. It's just better in all ways. Would you rather spend the rest of your life with a sailboat as your home or an RV as your home? I feel like I'd rather have an RV because you just drive all over the place. And something about, like, living on a sailboat just... I mean, okay, I know that might sound like, you know, real romantic and, you know, awesome because you're sailing off into the sunset. Yeah? Well, what happens when a tidal wave comes and tips your boat over and you're in the middle of the ocean? What are you gonna do? You're screwed, alright? And I'm not taking that chance, alright? I'd rather have an RV, you know? Drive all over the place. And then when I get sick of driving all over America, I'm gonna ship it to, you know, Europe, and I'm gonna drive all over there. So... What's up? Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself? What are you, crazy? First of all, if you could see 10 minutes into the future for yourself all the time, like, you would be unstoppable. You just do anything you want. Yeah, of course I would want to do it for myself. why would I care about anyone else, like some random person, you know? Yeah, I would rather just be able to do it myself. This is a pretty good one. Would you rather have an easy job working for someone else or work for yourself but work incredibly hard? I would rather work for myself, honestly. Like, okay, so I really want to, like, you know, dive into this just for a second. Like, working for someone else and doing something that I don't really want to do, like, I don't even care if it's easy or not, like, I would rather not do that ever. Like, that's the one thing I'm trying to completely avoid with my life, is doing things... Sorry, I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, the window's kind of open. But yeah, the one thing I want to completely avoid doing in my life is stuff that I don't want to do. Like working for someone else, showing up to one place all the time, showing up somewhere where I don't want to be, doing stuff that I don't exactly want to do, but it's easy, so it's like you kind of just become content with it, and you're like, well, I guess it's not bad. No way, There's no chance in hell that I would do that. I would rather work for myself and have the work be incredibly difficult, because to me, like, that's one of the most, like, freeing things ever, because you're doing it for you, you know? Like, there's no one holding you back, so any bit of success and failure you can attribute to yourself. And that's something that I really like, that idea. Having to work for someone else is something that I'm really trying to just eliminate from my life, because that's not what I want. I just can't do that. Like, I know some people don't really have a problem with it, and that's fine, but for me personally, I can't. It's not gonna happen, alright? Alright, moving on. Okay, ooh, this is a good one. Would you rather have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for food at restaurants? Like, do you understand, like, how much Chick-fil-A and, like, hibachi I would be eating all the time? Never have to pay for food at restaurants. Like, I would literally go to the most expensive restaurants all the time because I can. So it's like, why would you not? Like, in that, it's like, what's more practical? Like, yeah, you know, being able to travel in first class all over the place, that'd be kind of cool, but also it's like, how often would you be doing that rather than every single meal ever? Like, what are you talking about? Of course, never have to pay for food again, because that sucks, you know? Imagine that, like going out for food 3 times a day, every single day, and getting what would have been a $100 meal every single time for free. Like, what, are you kidding me? Absolutely. Would you rather be an average person in the present or a king of a large country 2,500 years ago? First of all, I would rather be like an average person now. Like, I think that we're in a pretty good time. And second, like, why would I, like, a king of a large country 2,500 years ago? Like, what do you have 2,500 years ago? Like, I have my iPhone now. Like, do you know how amazing this thing is? It's fantastic. They can do anything. They didn't have that shit back then. So what can you do? Okay, sick, dude. You're the king. Nobody cares, all right? Like, I'll take my phone and technology. It's amazing. Because with that, I can no longer be average, you know? Like, you could start out as an average person, obviously, and then you could just build your way up, like with the stuff that we have now. So I think that the present would be much better, just because, like, the stuff that we have. Living 2,500 years ago? No thanks. That sounds terrible. Alright, I think this is going to be the last one. Would you rather move to a new city or town every week or never be able to leave the city or town you were born in? Oh, man. I mean, okay. Alright. If you follow me or you're familiar with my content, you know how bad I want to get out of this area that I'm in. But I also hate moving. I hate it so much. It's so annoying. Moving to a new city every week, like, ugh, that sounds terrible. But it, like, I mean, yeah, it's cool, but also, like, moving every week, like, that's so annoying. It takes you a week just to get into a place, like, but then again, like, never being able to leave the town you were born in, like, that sounds terrible too, because I feel like you're trapped. Alright, let's just think about this for a second. If you were to travel, like, insanely light, I feel like I'd probably rather move all over the place, because, I mean, if you travel, like, really light, then it wouldn't be too much of a hassle, but it would also, like, suck because you're constantly on the move, and sometimes it's nice to just, you know, settle down. But also, like, being stuck in the same place for your entire life, like, that's terrible. It says never be able to leave your city or hometown you were born in. Like, you know, does that include vacations? I don't know. Probably. It says you're never allowed, so you can't leave. That's terrible. You can't even go visit anywhere else. So, yeah, no, definitely moving all over the place. That'd be kind of cool, you know? It sounds like a pain in the ass, but also I feel like it would be really cool because you're constantly going all over. So, yeah, I think I'd rather do that. Alright, so I think that's it for today. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you are not. It helps out. I post 2 times a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, so don't miss that. Make sure to turn on those notifications so you do not miss when I post. And I will see you in the next one.